go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times.
Welcome to Crafty Beach. This is Julie, and today I have winter tier tray DIY ideas for you using items from the Dollar Tree and Target. So this is the first tier tray we're going to decorate. It's a 2-tier tray that I got on Amazon, and we're going to do like a winter animal theme for this one. We're going to do 3 different trays today. So this is some of the fake snow that I picked up on clearance at Target, but it's pretty similar to the fake snow that you can get at Dollar Tree too. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of make it snow here on my tier, kind of fill that in, make it look like, you know, the ground is covered with a layer of snow. And I really like the powdery sand like that. It's kind of my favorite kind. Now this is just a tree, a galvanized metal tree that I got at Dollar Tree of like just a little evergreen trim tree, super basic. I'm not going to need to do anything to it. I'm just going to kind of put that in the back on the top to give me a little tree in the back, a little background, and it's a nice tall piece, so it's going to stand up high. We're going to be able to see it. And then to kind of cover up the base, I just sprinkle a little bit more snow. Now this is a Dollar Tree ornament. It's like their little snowy owl. So even though this isn't a Christmas tier tray, it's a winter tier tray that you can leave up all year. You can definitely use Christmas ornaments for this. I did kind of want to take some of the red off of it since I wasn't doing Christmas, but the pine cones look really cute on there. And I did kind of want to pull off a little bit more of the color. So I also pulled off like the greenery there too. And then I'm just going to reattach this little pine cone because those are kind of cute and totally go with the theme. And it's just like kind of an ivory, whitish, fluffy little owl that we can put on the tier tray. Super cute. He did have a little bit falling apart here. Sometimes those Dollar Tree ornaments can, but you can usually fix them pretty well like that if you're going to be kind of taking yours apart and rearranging it a little bit. But I just wanted to remove any Christmas touches from the little snowy owl before we added that to it. Now, I want to do like a little fun theme where all the winter creatures are all dressed for the warm. And so I'm going to bring in a little blue. This is the light blue baby blanket from Dollar Tree, and it's an excellent source of light blue felt. And I'm just cutting out 2 circles out of the little baby blanket, and we are going to make earmuffs for this little guy. I thought that would be a fun theme we're going to be able to do. I'm going to be using some of the Target ornaments as well. And I just wanted to like little winter creatures all bundled up for winter. So I just hot glue one of the circles to each side of his little head. And then with some of my scrap fabric, I can just cut out like just a strip of that felt to connect it together to make it look like a set of earmuffs. I remember those. It's been a while. I was looking at stocking hats today at Target going, I don't know if I have a stocking hat. I'm going to have to buy one. But I don't think it's going to be very cold when I'm visiting the Midwest for Christmas. I guess we'll see. But there he is. After our little makeover, we have our little snowy owl with a set of earmuffs just for fun. He's got a little burlap belly and burlap eye, so I think those are super cute. And we're going to put him right up here on the other side of the back of our tier tray, and he stands up with those little pine cone legs. And I just want to put him there where you can kind of see him from the side. Now the next item, I got this at the Crafter Square at Dollar Tree. It is a little light up snowflake. I thought that would be perfect for like a winter themed tier tray. But I don't want to leave it like natural like that. So I'm going to kind of incorporate that very, very icy light blue by mixing some Caribbean blue and some white together to give me this icy blue color. And we're just going to paint the very front of the little Dollar Tree snowflake. And I'm not going to bother painting the inside of it. It's a little too hard to get into. but I can go ahead and add a little bit of detail here to the front, just using a white paint pen and drawing a snowflake right there on the front, just to give a little bit more interest to it. You could kind of see that it was kind of sketched on there, like burnt in. And I'm just going to draw all the little pieces of the snowflake on there. Easy peasy. Perfect item for a little tier tray. And I love that it lights up. It's going to look so great on that fake snow. Now, this is a little snowy squirrel Christmas ornament that I got at Target on clearance. And I thought he'd be perfect because he is skiing. So I'm just going to take the little ornament hanger out of the top of his head. He has got like covered in white felt, and he has that white bushy tail. And then we're going to use that baby blanket from Dollar Tree again. And we are going to bundle him up for winter too. It's going to cover that hole that was kind of left in the top of his head. I thought we could make it look like he's wearing like a little stocking hat. So I just cut a little piece of felt out, and I cut little holes in it for his ears. So his little ears will poke through the little hat. And then I'm just going to cut kind of an oval shape here to try to fit this on his head. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that over each ear once I get it cut down, kind of wrapping it around his head like that. I want it to look like a tight little beanie, and so I do kind of have to pull it tight there in the back, and I did have a little excess fabric. Then I'm going to go in here and kind of cut a piece of just the hem off. I thought that would be a really good brim of the hat to make it look like a beanie that's like folded over. So I'm just going to glue that little piece of the seam. So even the seam of the little baby blanket from the Dollar Tree, you can totally use it for DIY projects like this. And it gives kind of a different look and kind of finishes off the little look of the stocking hat on our little snowy squirrel that is skiing. Isn't that so cute? I thought maybe I could continue that all the way around. So I cut off another piece of that seam and wrapped it around the back of his head there for the back of his hat too, just to completely finish him off. And we're going to put him right here in front. He stands up on his own on his skis, and I think he looks really cute there. I love like this snowy animal theme. I think it's so fun for winter. And again, not very Christmassy. But we are going to be using some of these bottle brush trees with the snow all over them from the Dollar Tree Christmas section because they're not Christmassy. They just look snowy. So I'm going to go ahead and just put one right there, and we'll use those for filler. I also picked up this little bottle brush tree that's like already kind of an ivory white color at the Target dollar spot. And I thought that would be a fun little variety too, bringing in a little bit of the creamy color to go with all of the white. Now, I told you I got a bunch of these ornaments at Target on clearance last year. So these were on clearance or regularly $10. But look, you get 3 ornaments. They had a little, snowy reindeer, a polar bear, like an Arctic hare. Super cute. I'm going to kind of give them a little bit of a makeover though. This one kind of had a scarf already on it, but I went ahead and took that off. Here is the little Arctic hare and the polar bear, just kind of removing that scarf on that one as well. I wanted to kind of make them look warm and cozy like I did the other ones, but I don't want them to have like the white stuff that they had on there. I want to bring in that touch of blue again. So I'm going back after that baby blanket and just using the seam for a straight line. I'm just going to go ahead and cut out a long strip of that, and we can do a little DIY scarf that we can wrap around the little deer, his neck like that. And I didn't quite cut it long enough to tie it, but we can kind of crisscross this, make it work. And just hot gluing it to keep it in place, just wrapping it all the way around like that, where part of the scarf comes down in front. Give him kind of that bundle look. He does have like glittered antlers, but I think he's super cute, and I think he's going to look really good on there for the winter tier tray. Now for the other little animals, I cut out another strip for this guy. I thought we could give him a scarf too. I didn't really know what else to do with him, so I just cut out another strip and just hot glued the little scarf to itself like that, and makes a little polar bear look like he's bundled up as well. Isn't he so cute? I love polar bears. I think they're so beautiful. And then here is our little Arctic hare. He did have like a glittery little like collar thing on him anyway. So I did go ahead and cut that off too. I was trying to remove as much of the glittery stuff, the white stuff like that as I could on those. And kind of replace it with the blue since that's what we used on the other little creatures. So I cut like just a little strip to make a collar because his kind of looked like a collar. And I'm going to kind of replace it just kind of like what he had before, but this time in blue. And you can go ahead and leave the seam on there. It just adds a little stitching effect on that. And it makes it really cute when you're DIYing little felt creatures like this. Isn't that so cute? And I got a great deal on those. I haven't been in the ornament section at Target in a few days. I'm not sure what kind of deals they have yet, but clearance is probably not far away on their little ornaments. But we got the top tier done on this one, and this is how it looks so far. Isn't that so fun? Okay, guys, I wanted to let you know about my Facebook group. I have it linked in the description below. You'll find out when I post new videos, and you'll get to see what everyone else has been making. I also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, and my handle is Crafty Beach on YouTube. I'd love to see you over on any of those. Now, the next DIY, we're going to make a wood bead garland for the tier tray. And I found this white one at the Dollar Tree. It's got a tassel on it already, and it's got like a rainbow on it. And so I'm just going to go ahead and cut the rainbow off. And then I picked up a Dollar Tree Christmas ornament, and this is the galvanized metal Snowflake. I thought that would be perfect. It's not colorful or anything like that. I just go ahead and remove like the black and white buffalo check bow. And then we can just use like the twine that's on here to actually just tie it to the ornament. And we have a winter themed wood bead garland. Could not be any easier than that. They have these white ones, and they're also like black ones with the rainbows on them like that. But they can be great. I like to try to pick them up and use them year round. So easy peasy, little snowflake wood bead garland. And I'm going to kind of put mine up here where it's kind of hanging over that little like handle at the top of the tier tray to kind of decorate the pole area like that. And then I can kind of string that where it'll kind of go down onto the second tier as well and add a little bit of fun. I love a good wood bead garland for a tier tray. Just trying to make sure that everything's still kind of standing up and everything is where it should be. And there is a little snowflake. These are from Dollar Spot at Target. They were $3 for 3 of them. And they are just little white plastic deer. I thought these would be perfect. They're kind of a felted material, so they're kind of nice. And for $1 a piece, I think they're perfect. One of them's laying down, and the other 2 are standing up. You could totally use the ones from Dollar Tree that are clear acrylic and just paint them white if you can't find these. But I thought these would be great to kind of scatter around. They're nice and tall, so we can put them down here on the bottom tier to give a little height. And then I also picked up this little white ceramic Christmas tree at Dollar Tree. It is like unfinished ceramic, but we're just going to leave it white because I think that's perfect. And then I also picked up one like this as well and one like this. Aren't they so cool? I thought that would be perfect for a winter theme. And so we're going to kind of just put some of these little ceramic Christmas trees all around. I know Dollar Spot at Target has these kind of trees a lot as well, if you can't find any at your Dollar Tree. But I just kind of stagger them around the bottom tier. They're the perfect size for a tier tray. Now the next DIY, I'm just going to use a Dollar Tree square sign and one of their little wood ornament snowflakes. And we're just going to make a super easy little tier tray sign. The first thing I'm going to do is just paint the little white snowflake and with the white acrylic. And I thought we would continue like that white snowy theme with like accents of like the icy blue. I love using blue for tier trays for winter. We're going to have another one later on in this video. We're going to be doing a coastal winter tier tray, and we're also going to be doing like a ski lodge tier tray. Super fun. And I love these little signs from the Dollar Tree. I try to pick them up, not necessarily for what they have on them, but that they're the perfect size for tier tray. So I'm just going to kind of make mine a blank canvas by painting it with white acrylic, and then that's going to kind of mask the words that's on there so that I can just start over and paint it whatever color that I want. And so I'm going to mix white with that Caribbean blue. It gives me this perfect icy blue color. And I'm just going to paint the sign that color. And then it's going to look great when I add like the little white snowflake on the front of it. And super easy. Couldn't get much easier than that DIY. Just a little bit of painting and assembling. So I got that dry. And we can just glue that right to the front. I want to make sure that my snowflake is good and dry though, because I don't want any of the paint to kind of drip onto it. I just put a little hot glue and just glue that right there in the center of the little Dollar Tree sign. Then to cover the hole in the snowflake for the hanger, I just take a little Dollar Tree twine and we're just going to tie a simple little decorative bow that we can use to cover that up. It's a great way to kind of mask those because, you know, Dollar Tree loves to sell ornaments like this with the holes already in them. I kind of wish they wouldn't though. And I just hot glue that right over it. Super cute, super easy. All Dollar Tree on that one. And so I'm going to put this one here where it can kind of lean against the pole to help it stand up a little better, but a much needed dose of blue down there on the bottom. And then here is our little reindeer. We can put him over here. We have our little polar bear that we did. So cute. And another one of the little snowy Christmas trees would be cute down here on the bottom. And I think we have room for another one right back here as well. I also got these at Target. These are little felted Christmas trees. They were regularly $3, and I got these on sale too. And they're like felted, but I liked this blue one. I thought that would look really cute with my winter theme. So we're going to use that one for this tier tray as well. Isn't it so wintry with all that snow and all those little snowy creatures? I love it. Now, I also got some of these pine cones at the Target dollar spot. They are like the frosted pine cones. I thought that had some really great greenery in here, and I really like these. The little pine with the white flocking on it. They also have like white berries in there. I thought those would be really cute. So I'm just going to kind of scatter some of the white berries around. These are very similar to the ones that come all together at Dollar Tree on a winter floral. And then some of the flocked greenery I'm going to kind of work in here as well. And there is the bottom of the tier tray. So this was our first tier tray of today. We're going to do a total of 3 winter tier trays. And I just love how this one turned out. Let me give you a little sneak peek. I'll give you a better tour at the end of the video in the final reveal, but I wanted to kind of show you how it all came together. And I did this last year with some of my DIYs from my previous videos, and I got that great little flocked deer on clearance at Dollar Tree. And then this is my giant snowflake made out of the Dollar Tree Christmas trees from one of my last couple of videos. And this was my entryway with this tier tray. Isn't it so fun? If you're enjoying today's video, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to grow here on YouTube. Okay, are you guys ready for another winter tier tray? This one is going to be a coastal winter themed tier tray, and my theme is going to be kind of like melted snowman theme. I thought that would be really fun. So let's DIY. For the top of the tier tray, we're going to use one of the little Dollar Tree snowman signs. I don't need it to be a hanging sign, so I'm going to just use a little spackle to cover that hole there in the top of it. And we're going to give him a fun little, we're going to paint him and give him some arms, a little sign and stuff like that. And I'm going to display this little guy under like a little sunshine sign that I had left over from summertime. And it looks so fun together because the snowman is so scared of the Florida heat. So I want like this, the head and the body of the snowman to be white. And so I just go over that with white acrylic. I'm also going to go over like, you know, the other areas too. It's kind of easier just to paint everything white than try to pick one certain area. And that's going to give you a good base for other colors as well. I wanted to make sure though that the body and the head were really white, so I gave them a second coat. And then I'm using Caribbean blue from Target, and I'm going to use that for the scarf on this little guy. This is going to be a coastal winter, so I wanted to have some blue touches on this one as well. And then I'm going to mix a little white with that to give me that icy blue color, and we're going to use that for his stocking hat, and I decided I liked that better, so I also went over the scarf with that color. For the little nose, we're going to do a pumpkin acrylic mixed with white to kind of give me a pastel orangey color. Nothing too bright. And I just paint the little nose that was already on the little Dollar Tree sign just like that. And then I want to give it a little coastal farmhouse touch. So I do a little distressing with white. For the little ball of the hat, I'm going to use one of the little Dollar Tree snowballs. And we're going to use some of those to decorate the tier tray as well. I also glue some twine onto the back because I'm going to tie that to the top pole of the tier tray to kind of keep him in place. He's going to be the main decoration for the top of this tier tray because he's pretty big. And then I cut down some wired jute. We're going to make little snowman arms for him that stick out of the side and use some smaller pieces to even make some little hands. You got to be careful with that wired jute. It definitely wants to come off. If you find that happening, you can kind of hot glue it on. That does tend to help a little bit, but sometimes that can definitely be a little hard to work with, but I thought it'd be perfect for this. You could always use sticks, I guess, too. I just hot glued the wire jute to the back of the little snowman on both sides, and then we're going to have him hold a little sign. So I picked up some of these little chalkboard signs from the Dollar Tree. They already have a hand on them, or a handle on them, so I thought that'd be perfect. And so I'm just going to paint them blue with that icy blue color that we mixed together to kind of make it coordinate and go with our little snowman. Then I'm going to go in there. I just used a chalk marker first, and we're going to like just put help on there with a paint pen. And I thought it was a little hard to read, so I went over it with my Sharpie paint pen. And we're going to have him hold that sign because I'm going to display him directly under a little sign that I had from summer that has snow on there. I also used a little bit more twine glued on there to make it a little bit sturdier so he can keep a hold of that sign. He's not going to be dropping that or anything. And I think that's really fun. No eyes or mouth or anything like that. I wanted to keep it kind of abstract. And there's the little Hello Sunshine sign that I had left over from the Target dollar spot. And it would be really fun, I thought, to put the little snowman under him yelling for help. And as you can see, he pretty much fills in the entire top tier. I'm going to use some of the Dollar Tree light blue snow and put that all around like he is kind of melting. I thought like the blue color might give you that impression like liquid water underneath of him. And so I just kind of fill in the bottom tier with that. Really nothing else we're going to do on the top. Everything else is going to be down on the second tier. And this is just Dollar Tree sand. Since the coastal theme, I thought Dollar Tree sand would be perfect. You can also do white sand too if you kind of wanted yours to look like snow. But I actually kind of wanted mine to look like the beach. So I chose the tan sand and I'm just scattering that all over. I love using stuff like this on my tier tray. It is a little messy when you go to switch out your tier trays, but it's so much fun to do themes like this. And so I got that pretty full. It's a pretty large tray down there on the bottom of this one. And then we can start making some DIYs. This is just a little white house that I had left over from like a tier tray starter kit, I think, from Target that I never used. And it's just a tiny white house. Doesn't really matter what it is. I thought it would be cute to do like a little snowman house though. So I'm actually just going to paint the back of it all in white. And you could do this with a square sign. You could do this with a house-shaped sign like this. Doesn't really matter. All we need it to be is white. And then I'm just going to kind of draw a snowman face on there with a black Sharpie. We can do like little dots for the eyes and mouth. And then I switched to an orange Sharpie to draw on like a little carrot nose. And then I had an orange paint pen that I kind of went back in and kind of colored that in to give it like a little bit of variety there with the colors. Then I decided I thought the eyes should definitely be bigger. So I went back in there with my Sharpie and kind of made those larger and gave little dots in the eyes as well, just to make it look super cute. Then I'm just going to take some Dollar Tree twine and we're just going to wrap that around the top of the house just for a little bit of fun to kind of break up the house and kind of make it look like it's wrapped. I'm trying to get it on there without it like going on the roof of the house. So I wrapped it around a couple of times and then tied that off. Then I can kind of strand that together, kind of, you know, just that wrapped look is what I was going for, and tie that on the back. I did use a little hot glue to kind of keep it in place, but super easy. Just a little snowman house to kind of go with our snowman theme on this one. And then for a little coastal touch, I have a little tiny starfish that I got on Amazon that I added to the roof of the house just for fun. Super easy. We're going to put him right here in the back. He's kind of hard to see right now, but I will kind of move him off to the side a little bit so you'll be able to see him a little bit better. And then I found this great blue and white vase at the Dollar Tree, and I thought this matched the theme perfectly. The colors are perfect. And then I'm going to use a little baby breath from the Dollar Tree. This isn't necessarily a winter greenery, but I thought that the white baby's breath looked wintry with the white flower, so I thought that would work. And I always like to add a little plant or greenery on my tier trays. I always think it gives them lots of character. So I just cut some of that down, put that in the little Dollar Tree vase, and we're going to put this over here on the side where I have a little bit more room for a taller item like that. And then we'll kind of scooch over a little snowman house a little bit so you can kind of see him peeking from the side. Now the next DIY is just a little wood crate that I found at Dollar Tree. And I thought we could make a little crate full of snowballs for our snowman theme. And so I'm just going to give it that light icy blue color all over. It goes great for coastal since we're doing like a little coastal snowman theme. But it also works great for winter because it looks blue and icy for winter. So I just paint the outside of the crate. And then I'm going to use one of those little signs that we used earlier, the little chalkboard signs. And we can make a little sign for this to kind of make it look like we have stuff for sale in our little wood box. And so I just paint it white and then go over it with that icy blue to give us a little blue sign that we can kind of stick down in there and make a label for the snowballs. So I'm just going to use my paint pen and go in and write snowballs. 25 cents. Just something easy. Just something really cutesy and fun. And then I'm going to go ahead and replace the hanger here. Had to take that off so that I could paint this little guy blue. So I just string that in and knot it on the inside. And we have a new hanger for our little box. These are the little Dollar Tree snowballs. So I just pile those in there. I put our little snowball sign in there. And we're going to kind of sit this in the sand over here where we have snowballs on the beach. We have our little beach house snowman. We have our greenery over there. And then this is just a Dollar Tree snowman sign. It's very Christmassy, but we're going to give it a little DIY, kind of make it custom for our little coastal snowman theme. And I thought it'd be easiest to do the back of the sign. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint the back of it with some white acrylic after I get the tag there off the back. And it is going to take a couple coats of white to make that super bright like I want. Then I use that icy blue color to paint Frosty's little hat on there to give him a little coastal touch with the blue. And we're just going to kind of repaint the snowman on there, incorporating like the little signs that he's holding as well. So I went in there with a brown paint pen, and we were going to go ahead and put like little eyes and mouth on there. And then my orange paint pen for a little carrot nose as well. Just brown instead of black, just so I didn't have too much contrast there, but it doesn't really matter. I do use black to kind of outline his little mittens, and I can always flip it over to the other side to kind of see what he was doing on there on the back of it, to help me kind of recreate it. And then I'm going to use that same light blue icy color that we mixed together, just switching to a tiny brush, and we can make him have little blue mittens that are going to match his little blue frosty hat. And then the Sharpie provides like a nice outline around those. Then I'm going to go in with that Sharpie and kind of outline his little frosty hat to kind of make that look a little bit better and a little bit more detailed. And then I can go back over the mittens and kind of touch those up a little bit, kind of make that look like it's going to pop. And then I just kind of need a straight line here to kind of recreate the signs that he was holding. And I just kind of sketch those out so you can kind of see like one sign from the other sign. And then since I've outlined everything else, I also outline like the little snowman's head like that. Kind of really makes the image kind of pop a little bit. And then I'm going to go in here and write a fun saying on here. I'm going to just use a black Sharpie, kind of easiest thing to use on a little sign like this. And I just put, some people are worth melting for. I thought that was really fun to go with the melting snowman theme. And I did melting in cursive just for a little bit of variety. And then for a little distressing, I go over it with a little ivory just to kind of break things up a little bit with a little bit of distressing. And I left a little extra room there on the bottom of the sign to make it snowy. And I just put a little bit of Mod Podge right down there at the bottom. And then this is that blue Dollar Tree snow again. And I just glued that on there. You could also do that with Epsom salt or the white snow as well. But I kind of wanted the blue to kind of go with my blue theme on the hat and the mittens on this. And a super fun side. Now it's kind of two-sided. And then for a little beachy touch, I'm going to give him a little starfish on his hat as well. And we're going to put him right here in the front so you can really see him. Super cute little custom sign using a Dollar Tree sign. Now for the next sign, I just wanted like a little square rectangular sign. This was just a clearance sign that I got at Target Dollar Spot. They have a great source of little tiny signs like that. And I just painted over what was on there before with some white to kind of give me a plain canvas. And then I mixed that Caribbean blue and a white together to give me that icy blue color. And then I'm just going to use my white Sharpie paint pen and do like a Rae Dunn font. And we're just going to put the word Frosty on there. I thought that would be a perfect little sign for a snowman theme. Super easy. We're going to kind of pop that one right here in front since this is a shorter sign so you can still see stuff behind it. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to take one of their little tinsel snowmen from the Christmas aisle, and we are going to go ahead and take all that tinsel off. I kind of just wanted the cage of a snowman where we could kind of recreate. Now he does have like a little carrot nose, so I was trying to save that from the tinselly mess so that I can use that in my DIY, but I wanted to definitely get rid of all the tinsel if I could. And this little snowman's like wearing like a little kind of beanie hat. We're going to kind of recreate that. Now I'm going to use Dollar Tree nautical rope to wrap my snowman. You can always use the macrame cord that they have now and get kind of a similar effect. I'm just going to kind of get it by unstringing the rope into thirds. I glued the little carrot nose back on, and then I'm going to start here at the bottom. And I just attached the rope with a little dot of hot glue, and then we're just going to wrap that around. It's already got like the prongs on the side to hold the tinsel on there, so it does a really good job of holding the rope. And I thought nautical rope snowman would be like a nice coastal touch to a snowman DIY. And so we're just going to keep wrapping that around. If you get to any areas where it starts slipping or it's not quite as tight as you would like, you can always glue it down to that cage a little bit to make it tighter. I'm just trying to keep my rows as tight as possible so you can't really see any of the plastic cage. And that's how far one of the thirds took me. It covered most of the snowman. And I'm just going to make the seam there on the back. And we're going to start another one of the thirds. And we're going to wrap the little snowman's face with that. And then I'm going to continue that up and even do the hat with it as well. Because it's really easy to paint the rope. And so I'm just going to paint the top part of it to make it look like a hat. But otherwise, it's just basically all covered in Dollar Tree rope. So I just kind of glue it there at the end. It's a little tricky shape up there, but not too hard, just to wrap it. And then I'm going to mix that Caribbean blue and white together to give me that same light icy blue that I've been using on the DIYs for this tier tray. And I'm just going to simply paint the rope that blue color to make it look like the little snowman's wearing a beachy blue colored beanie. And just trying to keep that as straight as I can. Painting that all over. And I usually paint Dollar Tree rope like this rather than buying colored rope. It's definitely the cheapest option. And then I'm going to decorate this little guy. This is some of the little deco mesh from Dollar Tree. And it is the blue like crystals. I went ahead and just cut out like 5 of them for a little blue sparkly little smile. And then one for each one of the eyeballs. I thought that would be something that would be tiny enough to make a little snowman face. And then I'm going to cut a few more of them. We can use those for buttons on the front of the little snowman. And they were a little shinier than I liked. I liked the fact that they were blue. So I just went over mine with some matte Mod Podge to kind of take down the jewel tone on those a little bit. I liked the size and the color, but I didn't really like the jewelness. So I also touched them up with a little bit of that light blue paint just to kind of make them kind of match everything a little bit better. And then another little starfish that I get on Amazon to decorate this little snowman's hat as well to kind of continue that little beach theme. And that carrot was the same carrot that was on there before. You know, I just wrapped that with the rope around it. Then for little snowman arms, I'm going to use some of these little glittery tree ornaments that I love from the Dollar Tree. They really look like coral. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut off a couple of the lower branches. I thought that would make perfect little coral snowman arms for him. And just the perfect size. So I'm going to put a little hot glue in here between the ropes and just attach my little snowman arms. And he looks super beachy and fun. We're going to put him right here in the front of our tier tray. And I love how these all came together. Really fun little theme. One more thing, I thought I would just add some of the little Dollar Tree white Christmas trees to kind of finish off the winter vibe of the tier tray. And we can kind of just scatter those around in the sand. So definitely if you're going to be doing a winter theme and you're running low on supplies, you'll want to be going to Dollar Tree soon because I'm sure they're going to be running out of this stuff soon. And then before we know it, everything's going to be replaced with Valentine's Day, which I do a lot of Valentine's Day DIYs on my channel. So stick around. I'll have lots of those DIYs coming for you right after Christmas, I'm sure. And then these are the little snowballs that I had left over. I had some little larger ones. So I'm going to kind of scatter those around for filler in the sand as well. I thought that'd be a fun touch. We got snowballs. We got sand. We got no rules here in Florida for winter. And let me give you a little look around. Here is our little Dollar Tree snowman with his little help sign because he is melting in the Florida sunshine, which I just included that fun little sign that I got at the Target dollar spot in the summer. And then down here at the bottom, we made lots of fun beachy DIYs. We got the little rope snowman, our frosty sign. There's the little snowman house in the back. We've got little snowballs. And I love this "some people are worth melting for" line. I think that's from Olaf from the movie Frozen. But it's perfect for the theme on this. And we have our little vase back here full of baby's breath and a few snowy touches as well, like snowballs, snowy trees, and of course our big bin full of snowballs for 25 cents. Really fun winter theme. So we did like the winter animals. We did this like melting snowman and Florida theme. And then up next, we're going to be doing another winter themed tier tray. So stick around. Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that I've introduced memberships on my channel. It's $4.99 a month. You can cancel anytime, and it's going to give you early ad-free access to my videos, and it's just a quick way for you to support me here on YouTube. Okay, I promised you one more winter tier tray DIY. This one, I'm going to have a few Christmas touches in it that you can remove after Christmas and leave it up all season long to keep that winter tier tray feel. And we're going to be using a lot of items from Target, dollar spot on this one. The first filler we're going to have here is just some pine cones that I got at Target Dollar Spot for $3 and some Dollar Tree greenery. Dollar Tree does have pine cones too. I thought that'd make great filler. And we're going to be doing my large metal 3-tier tray for this like ski lodge theme. Now I got these tier tray starter kits at Dollar Tree, but not this year. But I still kind of wanted to show these to you because I used a lot of them on this tier tray to kind of give you some ideas. Ornaments work really great for some of the stuff too. Like the first thing we're going to be using from that is the skis, and I know for a fact they have like little ski ornaments like that at the Dollar Tree and at the Dollar Spot right now. And so we're going to use those first set of skis. We're going to glue them together crisscross. And then I'm going to attach that to some Dollar Tree wood beads to do a little custom winter wood bead garland for our tier tray. Couldn't be any easier. We just hot glue that all together. Then I'm going to DIY my own tassel by taking some Dollar Tree twine, wrapping it around my hand a bunch of times. Then I just go in and tie that off. And then I can use that to tie it to the wood bead garland from Dollar Tree. Once you get it all on there, you can wrap it and cut it and give it that classic tassel shape. So I cut mine first, and then I grab some more of the twine that we can just tie here to the top, and then we can just do the very top by wrapping it around. Making a tassel is really not that hard. It's just a little bit of wrapping, tying, cutting, and I'm just going to tie that off like that. Easy peasy. I'm just going to leave the wood beads like natural wood color. I think that's going to be fine for like a ski lodge thing, but little custom skis, and these are kind of super long. They're a little bit longer than the ones that they have at the Dollar Tree anymore. And a little bit smaller, I think. And I just kind of drape that on top of the greenery that I put there on the top tier. I have lots of room on the top tier, so I'm going to be doing some larger pieces up there. Now, these are some plastic deer antlers, and I actually got these off of a reef from the thrift store. I kind of took it all apart because I wanted the antlers. So I'm going to clean those up a little bit, but I thought these would be perfect for like a ski lodge feel. So I'm just going to kind of lay an antler there just in the bottom of the tier tray. And we can use the rest of those later on the tier tray as well. They're super cute. And a few of those pine cones that we got for filler to kind of fill in the back of the tier tray. And then we're going to do a big item for the top. These were from the Target Dollar Spot. The skis for $5. I'm not sure if they have them this year. My Dollar Spot does not have a very good selection right now, so it's kind of hard to tell. But I'm going to take some of the Dollar Tree buffalo check ribbon, and that is going to kind of be the theme, the black and white buffalo check for this. I thought that'd be perfect for the ski lodge. And I am just putting it together in a bow. I just pinched it, did a loop on both sides, repeated that. We're going to do it a total of 3 times. I have plenty of ribbon there on that roll from the Dollar Tree, and then cut off another tail. Super way to make it real big, easy, puffy bow. I'm going to keep it cinched and use a little zip tie to bring it all together, and we have a big, giant bow. You can kind of pull your tails down, reshape all of your little bow loops, and I thought that'd be really cute attached to the skis. So once I got my tails pulled down, I'm just going to dovetail those. and fluff my bow out. And then I'm going to attach that to the front. I thought that would be a really nice statement piece. I know that the skis are meant to hang on the wall, but when you're working with the top of a tier tray, and I had plenty of room above this, you can definitely do something big like this. So I just take some twine and wrap that around the bow, tying that off so that then I can use that twine to tie it to the middle of the skis. And as you can see, those were $5 at the Target dollar spot. I got these a couple of years ago, but I know they had them again last year at the Target dollar spot, these little skis. I always save these and a couple items from this tier tray because I love to use them for winter decor. They are perfect. So we're just going to pop the skis up here at the top. They're kind of so big that you can't even see them. This is another one of the little tier tray decor prop packs they have from the Target dollar spot that I used. And this had like a little stay cozy, a little directional sign, and like a little chunky snowflake. The great things about these is they're ready to go for a tier tray. You can use them as pieces to like just go directly on there, or you can DIY them. And I was able to find lots of them for this theme today. But you can probably find some comparable products at the Dollar Tree, like the snowflake and stuff like that. I know for a fact you can get those like at the Target dollar spot, like as ornaments and stuff like that, but this one might be a little bit chunkier. I'm going to put that right there on the top in front of the skis, but I was afraid that you couldn't see it too well, so I'm just going to use a little Jenga block from Five Below to prop that up so you can see it a little bit better. And there's the top of the skis way up there. And I think that looks really good for the top of the tier tray. Now I got these little knit stockings. They're like ivory knit stockings for $1 a piece, actually at Dollar General, so they're cheaper than the Dollar Tree. They have like greenery and pine cones sticking out of them, and I thought these would be perfect. Now, they already, these are kind of the Christmas items that I was telling you that you could remove to make it still wintry all year long. But I guess they're not super Christmassy. But I'm going to make like little stockings for my family using the little wood letters from the Dollar Tree. I just did like our first initial for each little stocking. I thought that would be a fun little touch. And I want them to be like more of a warm wood color than that raw wood. And so I'm just going to use little Antique Wax by Waverly, and we're going to do a quick little stain here on all of those letters, and then we can just label each one of the little stockings. And I'm going to actually hang these on the side of the tier tray, dangling off the edges. And then after Christmas, I can totally just take the stockings down. It still looks super wintry for the rest of the season. Once I got those stained, I'm just going to hot glue those on the front. Aren't those little knit stockings just the cutest? I love DIYing and decorating with ornaments. You can find some really cute starter items like this that you can add like a little decorative touch to. And this is how it looks hanging. I just attached it with a dot of hot glue on the little ornament string on the inside of my tier tray on my second tier. And then I'm going to go ahead with some more of the Dollar Tree greenery to kind of fill in the space there on the tier tray. And then I'm staining a Dollar Tree wood sled. Doesn't really matter which one. I know they have several different kinds. I just went over it with some Antique Wax by Waverly, kind of wiping off the excess with a baby wipe so it's not so dark. I kind of just really want that warm stained look, and I didn't really want that raw wood. So I think these look really great when you stain them. I think this is the first time that I've actually stained one of these little sleds. Just kind of wiping off all of the excess antique wax. And then we can decorate it with that black and white buffalo check theme by using a little bit of Dollar Tree ribbon. I'm just going to tie it on the little handle and a little bow there just to give it a little black and white touch to decorate this piece for the tier tray. And I think a sled is a perfect thing to put on a little winter themed tier tray, and perfect for like a ski lodge kind of feel. I have a little tiny pine cone. I was trying to find like the smallest one I had to attach here, and I'm just going to glue that on my little sleigh. And then I thought maybe I could even bring in a little bit of greenery on that sled by cutting off some of the Dollar Tree greenery and kind of just arranging that around the pine cone and the bow up there, just to kind of give it a little sprig of greenery. That was one of the wired pieces from Dollar Tree, so I could kind of just wrap it around like that, and it's definitely going to stay in place. And I think that looks really cute. For the tier tray, we can kind of just lay this in here. I kind of lay mine on my side so you can really kind of see it, kind of stand it up using the side of my tier tray. Don't want it hanging up too much, but a little bit. Now for the next DIY, we're going to use a little Dollar Tree like house shape and some of the Dollar Tree removable wallpaper to cover the back of it to kind of give me a lodge feel. And we can use some of that Target dollar spot signs and stuff like that inside. So I kind of sketch out how big the house is on the back of the wallpaper. We're going to try to cut this down to size without removing the back from the little house if we can. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that down with scissors and then cut it down smaller on each side to account for the frame. And I did go in there and kind of lightly distress the front of that house frame where it's like MDF there to make it look super cozy. And it's just a matter of trimming that house down to the perfect size, and then we can cover up like the stripes that were in there before with this like kind of wood look. I thought that looked good. And then I am going to have to kind of touch up the edges a little bit. You can see a tiny bit of the paper peeking through. And I just kind of did that with a little bit of ivory paint that I used there to distress the rest of the house. And it's kind of a white wood background, something really cozy. And we're adding the little Stay Cozy sign from that Target Dollar Spot kit. I don't really want to have to cover up the holes, so I just kind of knotted them to leave the knots kind of in there, add a little character, and we can kind of make it like look like a little shadow box effect. And I'm doing that by gluing down a Dollar Tree Jenga block and then gluing the little sign to that. That way it has kind of room for the rope behind it, kind of makes it a little bit more 3D vibe. And I thought this would be perfect for the winter ski lodge theme. Our little Stay Cozy little house or cabin. And it's a pretty tall piece, so I'm going to kind of put that on the back of the second tier, kind of peeking out to the side. Now the next DIY, I picked up 2 of these Christmas ornaments from the Dollar Tree. They're perfect because they're little ice skates, and they have the black and white plaid. They have greenery, pine cones, and berries sticking out of the front. I just take them both together, take some twine, tie the 2 ornament hangers together. That way you have a set of little ice skates. And I thought these would be perfect for the tier tray. I didn't have to do hardly anything to them, just tie them together. And they're so cute. I'm going to put them right here in the front. They are the perfect size for the middle tier there. And then this is actually a toy reindeer that I got at the Target Dollar Spot. And it kind of looks like a toy, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a makeover, just with some paint to kind of make it like a little less colorful. To try to make it look like more like a little decorative piece and less like a toy. But I love crafting with toys. I always do that from the Dollar Tree as well. And I'm just going over with this light brown color. Just to kind of give it kind of a more uniform look. You could kind of leave it as is, but I thought that would kind of make it look a little bit better. And I'm going to pair that little reindeer with the little Reindeer Crossing sign that you see there from that starter pack that I got at the Dollar Spot. And that really gave me a lot of inspiration for the theme of this tier tray. I also did a Ski Lodge coffee bar. That is very similar to this kind of style too. You'll have to check out if that's kind of your vibe for winter decor. I'm going to pair those together right here. I have just enough room for the reindeer, the little Reindeer Crossing sign right next to them. And we have a really nice filled in tier there for the tier tray, but we still have one more tier of that to decorate. So I'm just going to kind of fill in any extra spaces with a little bit of filler to make sure everything's full. And I'm just using a little bit of pine cones for that. Now we're down here at the bottom, our biggest tier. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some greenery down there. And this was the other item I found for $5 at the Target Dollar Spot. A little set of snowshoes. that were so cute. And I know that they've had these the last 2 years at Target Dollar Spot, but again, I don't know if they have them again this year. But I love them, and I still have them because I use them every year for decorating for winter. They're perfect. I'm just going to kind of prop mine up here in the back where you can kind of see them. They're nice and tall. It's going to fill up kind of the back of the tier tray. And then I'm going to make another Dollar Tree DIY. I got this little black and white plaid sign from the Dollar Tree, and I thought the background was perfect, and we could add some of those little tier tray starter kit items to kind of give it a custom vibe. I didn't really like the look of the foam pieces they used to bump it out though, so I'm going to replace those with a little Dollar Tree Jenga block. And I want to make like a little ski lift sign using one of the little ski lift ornaments that was in that tier tray starter kit. I think you could probably get this as a Christmas ornament too. I think I've seen them before. At Target at least. I'm not sure about Dollar Tree. Maybe. I'm just going to prop mine up there for a second while that dries. And then I'm going to label it with just some of the little Dollar Tree Scrabble pieces. And I thought we could just spell out a word to the side of it. Lift, I thought would be really cute for like a little ski lift. And just going down the side of our sign, the black and white plaid is perfect. The black frame of that sign was perfect, which is why I picked this one up. And we're just going to kind of glue this down. Kind of follows the pattern of the plaid. And I thought that little ski lift was so cute. Super easy little DIY. So sometimes those little tier tray starter kits, you know, you can even use them in your DIYs like this instead of just leaving them alone. Then I thought maybe, you know, a little greenery would be cute too. So this is some of that wired greenery from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to glue a couple pieces over here on the side just for a little bit of decor. Trying to give it that super cozy ski lodge vibe. And then I got some of these little tiny pine cones at Dollar Tree, and I just glue one on there as well. I think that is just about perfect, and we can put this down here on the tier tray. I'm going to put it right here in front. Super cute, and I told you they had a lot of these at the Target Dollar Spot. This is the other one. This one had like a little pile of logs. It had a little miniature sled, and it also had like a little reindeer. And I'm going to use all of those as well. They're perfect for the theme. I'm actually going to put the reindeer like on the sleigh. And then we can also use like the little pile of like birch logs that are all strung together. Aren't those so cute? And they're all going to go perfect with my theme. So I put the logs like right over here to the side of the lift. And this was the little ski lodge sign that we had from the other tier tray starter kit. It says ski lodge, sleigh rides, hot cocoa on there. And then I actually got this little piece of log for 99 cents at Goodwill. And I thought that was perfect and rustic as well. Just a little decorative piece. And I'm going to put that over to the side and fill it out with like another little antler over here on the side. And if I have any extra spots, I'm just going to pop a pine cone in there. And I really think that all these pieces really went well together. Mixing some Dollar Tree DIYs with those fun Dollar Spot finds. I know some of the pieces might not be available, like the skis and the snow shoes and stuff like that. But I still wanted to include this because I thought it was a really cute idea for a tier tray, and I thought it would give you some fun inspiration. So that's a little sled and little deer I put over there on the side. Kind of hard to see from the front of the tier tray, but let me give you a little look around our little ski lodge theme. With the little stockings there hanging on the front. I really love how this all came together. I'm going to give you a quick preview of this one, and then I will give you a longer look around here because we're almost to the final reveal of our video. I wanted to thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. I love doing like winter DIYs. For some reason, they don't do as well as my fall DIYs, and I know everybody crafts for Christmas, but I think everybody's pretty much done with that. So I wanted to get some winter DIY videos out there for you to give you some fun crafting inspiration. Be sure to comment your favorite tier tray in the description or the comments below. I would love to hear from you. And please like this video and please subscribe. We're trying to grow our channel here on YouTube. Enjoy the final reveal.
It's cold outside, it tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind, I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by. I share a laugh, it gives me joy that everyone's having a good time. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. No, it's the time of year, winter wonderland. My winter wonderland. It's the time of year, my winter wonderland, my winter wonderland. Sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. Oh, my winter wonderland. A sunny day, but it's cold outside. It tingles in my heart. Breathing air that clears my mind. I'm all for a good start. I hear those jingle bells, people singing about love. It feels like I'm a kid, like I'm forever young. And that's why I wanna sing about the Christmas on its way. A reason to hang around and celebrate this day. Everyone's smiling and it's snowing. It's the time of year again. I'm happy you're here, my winter wonderland. I'm walking around making small talk with people that pass me by.
And thank you so much for watching today's video. I also want to give a huge thank you to all of my Crafty Beach Fund members for supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you so much to Coastal Couple, Karen O'Haron, Pamela Bergeron, I Am Mojo Jojo, Melinda Elizabeth, Jamie Job, Susan Edmonds, Carrie R., Tracy Knight, Verna Noctigal, Nancy Wunner, Julie Miller, Tammy Coates, Janae Farrington, Pamelia Wren, Whitney Harrison, Maria Grace, Butterfly Mama, Donna Schreiner, and Tina Kane. Thank you so much for supporting me here on YouTube. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you would like more crafting DIYs, YouTube thinks that you might enjoy this video right here. Happy crafting!